Hey everybody, coming to you cold tonight. Didn't do a lot of warming up, but that was the nature of this video. This one is about pitch tendency. And remember, there's no assignment with this one. It's just some good knowledge to know and some music history along the way. So don't fall asleep. I'll wake you up a little bit, but there's no assignment with this one. But I just wanted to teach it to you. So if you get a chance to watch it and try some of these techniques that I teach you, that'd be great when you get bored. So I'm going to start on a saxophone, and that's the woodwind instrument I'm going to demonstrate on. So this video might go a little bit longer. Try to still keep it under around 12 minutes or so. But anyway, I was using my tuner on my phone. And what you want to do is you first want to just play a simple concert B flat or an open F. Now an open note on an alto sax is not good. A C sharp on an alto sax will always be out of tune. So that's kind of the nature why I'm teaching you this today. So an open note on any saxophone is not good. So I'm going to start on a G, just 1, 2, 3. G. So what I did right before I started making the video is I tuned on that G, and I got it as close to in tune as I could on the markings on the tuner. And then I went up chromatically, and then I looked at that tuner and I tried to stay as consistent as I could. Now, pitch tendency means that no instrument is perfect, and there are no notes that are gonna be great anyway. The only perfect pitch we can have comes from a tone generator, and that's all scientific. Has nothing to do with instruments at all. So the shape of our mouth, the type of instrument you have, the amount of muscle that you have, your maturity level of playing, those all come into play when you're playing your instrument. So you're going to naturally have notes that are bad on the horn anyway. So I'm just going to demonstrate what some of those are and maybe stop along the chromatic scale to kind of draw your attention to some of the ones on a woodwind instrument, especially on a saxophone. That one right there, you know, notice I made the face right there. That one's open C sharp. Open C sharp is always going to be a flat note. So all of the corrections you need to make on a saxophone, all are going to happen in the corners of your mouth. So that's just the nature of playing a saxophone. You can't quick take it off your face, and you can't adjust the mouthpiece all the time. You just wouldn't be able to play. You'd just be constantly fiddling with your mouthpiece. So in order to make the adjustments, you always are going to have to do that with your mouth. Most times you're going to be flat. So most times you're going to have to firm up the corners of your mouth and then match that pitch to the tuner. So if I start on C sharp, remember that's a flat note, so I have to start with my corners nice and firm. There, I could hear that with my ear. Now, this is not the greatest saxophone on the planet, but I could hear that E started out sharp, so I had to loosen my jaw to make that go flat. So just in listening to the pitch, I had to loosen my jaw there to make the pitch go lower. So those last 4 notes, and especially when you start using the thumb, when you go above the break on the saxophone, a lot of those notes are going to come out really screechy and really sharp, and you're just going to have to loosen your jaw a lot. Now, the first tuning pitch, and this is especially on clarinet, you're going to really have to make your corners nice and firm. I can't tell you how many beginner clarinet players I've started out with that can't even tune an open G because they don't have the corners firm and strong enough. Not that they're incapable, it's just they haven't built up the muscle yet. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and then we're going to go into percussion.